Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nails and Beauty Talk. I am your host, Asia the Bird. Today, I have a very lovely special guest with us today. She's a nail artist. Please welcome Crystal from Nails Did. Hello, Crystal. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much.
You are
Happy to be
most
here.
welcome. You are absolutely most welcome. So I want to go ahead and kick off this interview by asking, where are you originally from and how'd you get started into the nail industry?
So I'm originally from Boston. I was born in Dorchester, Massachusetts, Boston area, and I got into nails basically because my mom always had her nails done. She had the
Hmm.
quintessential, plastic tub of nail polish and nail supplies, and she would always keep her nails done. So
Hmm.
that just kind of got me started, and I just never really grew out of it. I just kept doing my own nails, and my skills just kept increasing and advancing.
That's really, really cool. Yeah, I'm the same way. I got into nails because of my mom always getting her nails done at the nail salon. So that's how I got
Mhm.
into nail art and things like that. So yeah, I've been doing this since like 14. So it's
Oh, well, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's really, really cool.
That's
So I want to
awesome.
get into in terms of like your favorite nail artists. Who are like your favorite nail artists that you look up to or have you been looking at on social media?
Definitely Tori at Babe Nails. And then at Cindy with the good nails. Cindy's incredible. Her
Mm.
nail art is just so inspiring, like really cutting edge stuff that I, really don't see anywhere else. Um, and I think they're probably the top two. I think I look to them the most for inspo.
Oh, that's really, really cool. Now, how could you describe like your nail art style? How could you describe your style?
My style, I would say, is very flashy, um, a little edgy, a little alternative. I think those three words kind of encompass everything.
Oh, that's really, really cool. Now, what are like your favorite like nail art products to use when creating like these different, unique, cool designs that you make?
Um, my favorite products are probably a base color called Marshmallow from the Gel Bottle ink.
Hmm.
I kind of use that almost on every set. I feel it's just a really good like translucent base to start out with.
Hmm.
And of course, the Apres Extend Gel. I use that to not only adhere the nails to the nail bed, but to also apply all of my gems and all of my charms. And it has incredible hold. Like I've had my set going on 7 weeks and not a single attachment is out of place or fallen off. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's really, really nice. Like, I could see like the blue and pink like 3D style that you've done your nails. Is that like
Yeah.
3D gel or is that like acrylic or what's like the medium for that?
The 3D element is really those are just charms. They're skull
Okay.
charms I purchased. Yeah. So they're skull charms that I just found on Etsy. And then I just added those and I just did the base in an ombre style to match the color of the charms.
Oh, that's really, really cool. Now, in terms of owning your own nail business, what has been your experience owning your own nail business or nail studio?
Well, I work out of my home, so it has been interesting. Just like getting over that initial fear of having strangers come into my home to get their nails done. But I feel like I've gotten a lot of traction in the last month and a half. I've done a lot of new clients in the last few weeks, and it's been really picking up. And I think it's kind of due to social media posting. I had some nail models come through who also, via word of mouth, they told their friends, and those people booked as well.
Mhm.
Um, and the press on side of things, I have just been steadily doing custom press on orders as well from home. So I think it's been pretty fun. And I feel like it's now just starting to like really get amped up for me.
Mm. Now, what
Yeah.
has your experience like working with like what has been your experience in terms of like working with clients in terms of like if they want nail art from like reference or do they let you freestyle in terms of nail art?
It's mostly freestyle. A lot of the inspo that I like to take is like mood board inspo. So scenery photos or, just decor photos, things like that, where it's not just recreating another nail set. So Yeah, I pretty much freestyle almost every set.
Oh, really, really cool. Now, what got you into NFTs?
So NFTs, my brother got me into them. He's, really into crypto. So he introduced me to crypto quite a while back with CryptoKitties, like I think in 2016 or something, 2017. And since then, my crypto interest has just like kind of waned here and there. But then in the last 6 months or so, I really started to research them on Twitter. And I just, wasn't seeing a lot of hand art or nail art. And I figured, this is an artistic talent that we all have as nail artists. So why not use a digital medium to kind of get that out there as well?
Mm.
Um, so yeah, that kind of propelled me into looking into it more and then trying to, mint my own NFTs and get my collection on Foundation.
Yeah, that's really, really great because I do believe that the beauty industry should get involved with the realm of NFTs and crypto, and especially with Web3. And
Yeah.
I definitely want to get into in terms of charging your nail sets, in terms of, when you mint NFTs, like how do you go about pricing your work?
So I priced the work heavily based on how long the design took me and essentially how long it took me to create the digital aspect of it. Like right now, I'm working on a nail art video where it's really just a silicone hand with the nail design and the nail art, but rotating on like a floating background essentially. So it'll look like it's floating in midair. Um, and like those types of things take a lot of conceptual time and making the video, editing, getting the desired effect. So
Mhm.
it kind of depends on how much of me goes into it
Mhm.
in terms of how I'll price it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, how do you charge? Like, do you use like Ethereum or do you use like Solana in terms of like the cryptocurrency? Which one do you use?
I charge Ethereum. My NFTs are on an NFT marketplace called Foundation, and their model is on Ethereum. So I stick with that.
Okay, cool, cool. Because I know there's like a lot of like different NFT marketplaces. You got MetaMask, you have
Yeah.
Super Rare.
Mhm.
So this NFT
OpenSea.
thing is getting pretty big. It's getting
Mhm.
it's new, but it's slowly getting popular.
Right, for sure. And I mean, I use my MetaMask wallet to connect to all these marketplaces as well. And I also have a couple of NFTs that I've collected on OpenSea. So it's just
Mhm.
a vast, ever expanding universe out there of NFTs and crypto and Web3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm still learning about the virtual spaces, and it's really, really amazing. Like the more information is out there, the more interested you get about it.
Yeah, me too. I'm still learning. There's so much to learn still.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now, in terms of press on nails, I want to get into that really quickly.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
in terms of press on nails, how do you go about charging? Do you charge in terms of like materials? I know you mentioned about charging in terms of the time and things like that. So, how do you go about charging like a set of press on nails? Like, what's like your starting price possibly?
My starting price is around $100. Usually that covers just like the base design of, whatever it is that I have made.
Mhm.
My designs are pretty complex, so they kind of go up from there, and it is heavily based on how much time it takes me to make the press-ons.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. Because especially because I've worked and done press on nails, and you do have to consider the time and the materials
Mhm.
and how much materials you're using. And that's where the price comes into play because you have to understand your worth and your value, and especially the time and the amount of hours you put into it.
Yeah, for sure. And I use, really the highest quality products. Like we're spending so much money on the products that we use to create the nails. So that's
Mm,
absolutely a factor. Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. Like you can have like a nail polish bottle like from either like Candy Coat or like from C&D. Like C&D, for example, is $17 to $20 for a bottle of polish. So you got to take those things
Bottle.
into account.
Just one bottle. Yeah. Run you $20.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So in terms of marketing, how does one market their nail art?
Personally, I think my marketing strategy is just to stick with my aesthetic. like a plain white background with, like the theme of the post on my Instagram page. And I mostly like use hashtags when I post to my stories as well. And on my posts just to tag my location and sort of tag, Black nail artists and the type of nail art, things like that. But I think it's mostly important to just stick with your style.
Mhm.
And when you kind of tap into your personal style and you're posting things that you want to post, your rhythm and your posting schedule will just naturally kind of move into it. You'll just get that groove.
Mhm.
I found that when I try to emulate other marketing strategies or other, aesthetics for my IG page,
Mhm.
posting became a chore. Like I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't like to get the post ready. Um, it was just more like it felt like work, you know.
Right.
But yeah, if you tap into your personal style and just post exactly what you personally want to post, regardless of what anyone is going to say or think or comment, then you'll really like get into it. And the marketing will just kind of like fall into place. I feel it'll just do itself.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The power of social media is absolutely great. You put your work out there, the more people will see it. And also,
Mhm.
so I want to get into the packaging. So, like, how do you like to like package your press-ons? Because I think the packaging is just as important as the nail art itself, the press-on nails. So, how important is packaging, and how do you like to package your press-ons?
I think packaging is super important. It's representative of your brand and who you are as an artist. Personally, I like to have the nails on display. I mean, everyone does, but not so much in a box. I actually have an example here. One of the So I have these little cellophane, these little
Mm,
squares that have the cellophane in the middle and they're stretchy. So
mm,
I'll place the nail set in there. You just open it up and then place the nail set inside, and then the nails will kind of pop out.
oh, that's really
So
cool.
yeah, and I feel like it does kind of match like the edgy aesthetic that I have going on. It's a little bit unique and
Right.
just kind of like bold. So
Mm,
that's usually how I package my sets, and then the rest of the packaging as well is a black envelope with the nail prep kit. So
mm.
it all has to match for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now, in terms of nail services, what nail services do you offer, and how do you go about charging in terms of nail services?
So my nail services, I only do gel X sets. I only do full cover gel extensions. And on top of that, just custom nail art. And the way that I charge is based on mostly the time that it takes to do one set, even just like a base set with, minimal nail art.
Mm,
That could be around 2.5 hours.
mm,
So I charge kind of based on that model, like the time, and I kind of break it down hourly. And then depending on the level of design, it could be more, could be, increased just depending on what we actually do on the extensions.
mm,
Um, and included in every set, I do Russian cuticle care and Russian nail prep techniques. So
mm.
that really, clears out the cuticle from the nail bed and it like eliminates the excess dead skin. Um, and just like no overfiling, like very health forward nail practices to prep the nail bed, the natural nail bed. Because I just want to make sure that's always healthy and always strong whenever they choose to take off their nails and go natural. I want them to still have a very strong and healthy nail bed as well. So I take those into consideration, along with the quality of the products that I use.
Mhm.
Everything that I use is, the best. Essentially, it's the top brands,
Right.
Apray and OPI polish, C&D, as you said. I have a lot of just Korean products as well that are high quality,
Mm.
very high quality product, high quality ingredients. Most of it, I think like almost all the products that I buy are 7 free. They're vegan and cruelty free as well. So I
Mhm.
really try to, just use the best and have the best. So that goes
Mm.
into it as well, into the pricing of each set.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Now, in terms of having a home salon business, what are some pieces of advice you would give for someone who wants to have their own home salon business?
Some pieces of advice, I would say make sure that you only have single-use towels in your bathroom that your customers are going to be using. Don't
Mm.
have a reusable towel in there. Find a way to sanitize that works with your space. So, between each client, make sure that you have a system in place where you can properly sanitize your tools between each appointment.
Mhm.
And I would say make sure that your space is separate. It can be hard. I do have a small space, so it is tricky, but make sure that your nail area is dedicated to just doing nails.
Right.
And yeah, and try to create the vibe that you want in that specific space where your clients are going to be getting their services done. Um, yeah, I think those are probably the top three.
All right, that's cool. Now,
Mhm.
in terms of the nail education system, what is your whole take of nail education and how it could be improved?
I firmly believe that education should be free. I appreciate, that everyone had to pay their dues and figure out methods that work in order to pass that knowledge down. But I'm a big proponent in giving back. So if I know something that is going to elevate another artist or help them achieve a certain design or help them just increase their skills, I would love to just pass that on in a free medium.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that there definitely should be, a regulated system in place, an accredited system in place where you can get your certification, get your license, things like that.
Mhm.
But it just shouldn't be so expensive. It's so expensive right now. And I think
Right.
that's just a little unfair. But yeah, I think that would be like if I had a beauty school and I could implement changes, my first step would making the barrier for entry incredibly low, if
Mhm.
free, if possible. So that's my main issue with education right now, is just the cost. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The prices have been high because of the pandemic. But I definitely
Mhm.
understand where you're coming from is providing free education because, the thing is that people want to have access to like easier access to education information. And
Right.
especially, considering we have Google where you can look up things and things like that.
Mhm.
And the thing is with the nail education system, I think it has to be improved in terms of safety and sanitation, also getting more prepared for the nail industry. And it's
Right.
only about like you got to get a certain amount of hours to pass
Mhm.
state board and that's it. But it's like it's way more than that. So I think, with the whole nail education system or the beauty education aspect of things as a whole, I think should be on par with what's going on, especially currently.
Mhm. I agree. I fully agree. Because you definitely need to know your state's regulations in terms of safety for your customers, safety for your clients, and for yourself, sanitation, making sure your studio is up to code with everything that your state requires. And that does take a level of, studying and education. So for sure.
Yeah, and absolutely. The biggest thing too is also dealing with different clients, especially clients with
Mhm.
allergies, especially clients with different nail beds and different structures of nails. So it's just understanding those things too.
Yeah. I really think it should be instructor led for sure by someone who has the experience and the knowledge and, the credentials to teach. So yeah, I feel like it should absolutely still be a formal setting where you do learn these things that will keep you and your clients both happy with the services that you provide.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely agree with that. Now, what
Mhm.
is your whole take of the progression of the nail industry and where it's going?
Um, my take is that the nail industry is just getting a little bit wilder in terms of limitations and design and what
Hmm.
you can do with nails. I think for a long time, pink and white was the go-to. It was the
All
base,
right.
yeah, that was it. And of course, maybe some line art, maybe some florals. But now people are doing a lot of 3D things, a lot of like elevated charms and
Hmm.
just things that I've never seen before. And obviously more shapes, different types of nail structures. Lipstick shape is in now, and then these
Right.
3D shapes are in as well, where the nail kind of like comes to a point on top, and all of these like new advances and things that are just making it more of an artistic medium,
Mm,
like expanding the horizons of what nail art even means.
mm,
So I'm excited for the future of the nail world and nail art. I think it's only going to continue pushing boundaries.
mm. And I could definitely agree. Like, definitely nail art is definitely pushing boundaries. It's getting more conceptual. And you
Yeah.
notice that with the nails, like the snake, the snail eye nails, and then you got
Mhm.
the tribal minimalist nails. So there's a lot of cool nail trends that are in right now. And I like how it's getting more conceptual and it's getting more out the box.
Yeah.
And it doesn't limit to just like a red nail or like a pink and white, as you said.
Mhm.
So yeah, and that's what people want, especially us as millennials. And
Mhm.
especially if you look at fashion, I like how with fashion designers, they're collaborating with us as nail artists to do these cool, intricate designs. And it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. It's awesome to see and awesome to like be a part of it, during this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how important is it, considering that you're getting into the NFT space? How important is it for us as nail artists or people in the beauty industry to get involved in this brand new wave of technology concerning NFTs, Web3, and crypto?
I think it's really important. And of course, it's up to the artist in terms of what mediums they want to, put their art out there with, like how they want to present themselves and on what platforms. But I think the decentralized nature of Web3 and the autonomy that you have over how you make your art digital and how you publish it and how you sort of portray yourself as an artist, can open up a lot of doors for a lot of nail artists who want to get their art out there in other ways and be seen as an actual artist and not just a nail artist. You know what I mean?
Mm,
um, and it just creates more ways for you to earn revenue and to make money, so that you can turn your art into a livelihood. So I think it's super important. I think more people should, especially in the nail art community, I feel like more nail artists should learn about NFTs and know about crypto and Web3 for sure.
yeah, absolutely. I could definitely agree with that. What is something that you would like to see within the nail industry?
Something that I would like to see. Um, I would like to see, more men getting their nails done, to be honest, or not necessarily men, but more masculine presenting people. I want to see more of them with colorful and bold nail designs and kind
Mm,
of break the stigma that nail art and nails are really only for femmes, because they're not. Anyone can express themselves with nail art.
how important is it for Black representation to really continue in the nail industry?
Oh, it's super important. Like, especially to me, that's the most important thing, is for Black representation to be front and center. I mean, the nail art really is originated in the Black community. So
Right.
it's a, it's for sure a Black culture staple. So
Mhm.
I think having more Black nail artists to represent that, to represent those roots and to represent their particular art, is super important. It's vital.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I can definitely agree with that. Now, how would you define success?
I would define success as mm, personal happiness, I think, personal
Mhm.
contentment with whatever it is that you're doing. And whether that be, you know, financial success and being financially free,
Mhm.
or maybe that means having your own business, whether, it's making $1 million a year or not,
Right.
working for yourself. Whatever that goal looks like to the individual, I would call that success.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially, I'm a big advocate for self-care too. It's understanding that balance between work and just having that balance of self-care within yourself. And, just be sure to take care of yourself and just be sure to take breaks whenever you can, because that's how you maintain your passion and your work ethic.
Yeah, for sure. I absolutely take breaks whenever I'm feeling that I need it.
Right.
I'll block off some time and make sure that I recuperate, regenerate
Mhm.
internally and do whatever I need to do. Watch some Netflix, chill on the couch,
Right.
um, order sushi, do whatever it is that will kind of boost my mood in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely agree with that. Last but
Mhm.
not least, where can people find you on social media and how can people support your work?
So people can find me on Instagram at nailsdid.eth. And the ETH is for Ethereum because I believe I am an NFT queen. And on Twitter, also at the same nailsdid_ETH. So you can find me there as well. And on Foundation at nailsdid for my NFT collection.
All right, that's absolutely amazing. Well, thank you so much, Crystal, for jumping onto the show. Your work is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much for getting on the show.
Thank you so much. This is awesome. Like, I'm so excited about this.
You are absolutely welcome. Take care.
Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to click the bell for notifications. Also, follow me on my social media platforms and visit my website, ASIATHABIRD.com, and be on the lookout for more interviews to come very soon. Take care and stay beautiful.